What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Black men, I want to have a conversation with you brothers today, especially you brothers that are in the United States. Some of you may be able to relate in Britain, but I want to talk about this whole idea of colorism. Now, black women will always point out to the fact that black men have a unique preference for lighter skinned women over darker skinned women. And that could be true, right? But there is also, from what I've seen, not all, but there's some animosity towards some of the brown and dark skinned black women towards women of a lighter skin or mixed race. That is not talked about a lot. Now, I do want to give reference to Tommy Sotomayor because I never thought about it like this, but it did ring a bell. He said that a lot of times pretty light-skinned young ladies would be beat up and jumped in elementary school, high school. They were hated on. And then I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, wow, that is absolutely true, because I can remember, like even going out to the clubs and stuff, you would always have a really pretty attractive light-skinned girl, and she would be around a lot of, maybe darker skinned women. But those women could be a little bit bigger, right? And you would think like, this is an odd combination. And now and then if you would try to talk to her, she would ask you if you could buy drinks for her and her friends. And if you guys have ever been in a situation, you know what I'm talking about. And the reason why is because that light-skinned lady felt like without the protection of those chicks, if she didn't fit in, she would be beaten up. It's kind of the same thing with the Beyonce and the Beehive. She caters to that overall audience and women love her, and she downplays her lighter skin beauty because of everybody else. That is the only way to be really accepted as a woman of mixed race in the black community. You have to talk about the darker woman's struggle, the black woman's struggle, and identify like that. If you don't put that out there, there's a serious backlash. Now, on the flip side, before I get into this, somebody who is a light-skinned black man, he don't have those problems from black women. Barack Obama, black women love Barack Obama. He's my sexy president, despite the fact that he's Kenyan and white. So I want you to see the hypocrisy here. But let's go to this young lady by the name of Olivia Song. Now, Olivia Song is a very popular celebrity makeup artist, okay? And beautiful young lady. Now, I mean, she do got a little bit of tattoos, right? But what's happened is that she's half black and I believe maybe Asian. Now, what happened is that she had box braids, okay? Now, clearly half of her is black, and most people would identify her as being black because Barack Obama, we would say he's black. Most black women who went out to vote for Barack Obama in 2016, they would understand that he's black. But see, this lady, Olivia Song, once she posted her braids, she was not considered black, okay? And you had black women attacking her because of her hairstyle. All right. Now, a person says this, okay, not too much now. We know you want to be black, but getting braids, too far. And you know this. Now, I want you to hear what she said here. Sad music. I'm sorry to the real black women that don't perpetuate colorism or question people's blackness or accuse mixed women of appropriating a culture I was born into. I know it's more of these type of women than the ignorant ones, but I'm about to have a little fun with their goofy asses because it's my day off. So stop the show. I want to say this. There are a lot of sisters out there who are not haters. So we do want to reference that, right? Because it's too easy to generalize everybody, and I'm not trying to do that. But we do know on the other side, there are haters, right? And she said this, sad music, you miserable black bees, gonna have enough of telling me I'm trying to be black. My daddy is a jigger. I'm mixed, biatch. So obviously, for her to rant like that, it does mean that she has heard this many, many times in her life.
Literally had to take my head strap off to say this. You miserable black gonna have enough of telling me I'm trying to be black. My daddy is I'm mixed. Book an appointment and bring that energy to where I'm at. It's so easy. Book me. Bring that energy. People get spit on here. I don't give a f- if I was Irish. If I wanted to get braids, I'm gonna get braids, and ain't nobody can check me. Are you stupid?
So guys, you heard it for yourself, okay? And let me just say this. The reason that some sisters feel threatened by her, I'm gonna tell you. Number one, it's a lack of self-esteem. Okay? It's a lack of self-esteem. And they feel that black men are gonna favor her over them. That's the real reason, right? Because if it's a black woman getting with a white man, creating a colorless baby, they don't have any problem with it. Usually. But whenever it is a black woman who is mixed or light-skinned, you will hear a lot of hatred towards her, even if she wants to be associated with the black culture. I know that because I have a young lady that I consider my daughter who is very light-skinned, and she tells me the same thing. I won't mention her name. Okay? And I want to talk about this because they're threatening that black men want her instead of being concerned about being a woman and competing your goddamn self. See, that's the problem. And there are too many black women out there, in my honest opinion, sitting around worried about some light-skinned black woman, some mixed woman, some white woman trying to appropriate somebody's culture. At the same time, that woman could be sitting there with a hair full of straight weave, instead of you worrying about what you need to be doing to progress as a woman, to progress as anything. Why are you not worried about that? Because really, you know, all you can do is do what you gotta do for yourself. There are, and as black men, we understand that there's some dudes that have advantages over us. Some men are taller than us. Some dudes hit the genetic lottery. What can you do about it? Not worried about it. I've had YouTubers here on the platform. I have introduced, I have helped out. Rest in peace to the late great Kevin Samuels, the lead attorney. Guys who have blew up almost are bigger than me. Stefan Clinkscales, Stephus Cole. These dudes are bigger than me. At one point, mediocre. I remember we had 10,000. So, but I'm not worried about what somebody else is doing. I'm worried about what I'm doing. Why are you sisters out here? Some of y'all that's so mad that at these light skinned or mulatto women or whatever, why are you not worried about you? Worry about what your interaction with the man, what you can do to worry about yourself. And see, when women start to do that, and men too, this is going to be a different situation. But just being out here hating all the time, when life is so short, worry about the best version of you. And usually that might be enough. Look at Gabby Sidibe. Look at her. Most women in our community that will look like her, and I'm not saying that it's bad, but people like her from the black community, dark, bigger, people would be going in on her, right? She would lose her confidence. Hey, I'm gonna worry about being the best version of me. Somebody gonna get me. And it happens. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Dick Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.